Big Meech has officially fired back at 50 Cent, this time with direct accusations aimed at how 50 allegedly influenced his own son, Lil Meech. According to recent reports, Meech believes 50 has been manipulating Lil Meech and turning him away from his own family. And with tensions escalating quickly, it's becoming clear that this fallout is far from over.
Charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. This is the big boy. This is Christine called it Antarctica. It's the chandelier. But I might have seen DJ Khaled with this on. It's that big boy, you know.
How many people?
2 million.
Yeah. So look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino, it's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big, I can feel it. I'm just talking.
Welcome back to Fame Flux, where the truth behind fame gets exposed. Shockwaves are ripping through the entertainment world after reports surfaced that Big Meech has sold the rights to the BMF story to Rick Ross for a staggering $120 million deal. The move comes as a complete betrayal to 50 Cent, who spent years developing and producing the BMF TV series, bringing Meech's story to life and turning it into a cultural phenomenon. Now 50 is reportedly furious, and he's not staying silent. According to insiders, 50 Cent felt blindsided by the deal, believing his loyalty and dedication to Meech and the BMF legacy had earned him long-term control. Sources say he immediately took to social media behind closed doors, calling the sale the fakest move ever made in this game and accusing Meech of selling out to the highest bidder. Adding insult to injury, Rick Ross has already teased his plans for a competing BMF project, complete with his own spin on the story and a new team of producers. Industry insiders say this could ignite a bitter legal and cultural battle between Ross and 50, with fans and networks caught in the middle. As tempers flare, one thing is clear. This $120 million power move has not only shifted the future of the BMF brand, it may have ended one of hip-hop's most iconic partnerships for good. And 50 Cent is ready for war. Big Meech has now responded directly to 50 Cent, launching serious accusations about how 50 allegedly influenced his son, Lil Meech. According to newly surfaced reports, Big Meech believes 50 manipulated his son and worked to distance him from his own family ties. This feud has rapidly intensified, and the conflict now appears far from resolution. After Big Meech's release from prison and his highly publicized appearance alongside Rick Ross,
right, they don't even understand that you know, the way we grew up, you're supposed to spend no more than 10 or 20% of what you make. You know what I'm saying? So
the already fragile relationship between him and 50 Cent took a dramatic downturn. That collaboration alone sent shockwaves through the business and hip-hop communities. Lil Meech, caught in the middle, has visibly shifted his stance. Although he initially backed 50 Cent with firm public support, recent behavior now signals a turn toward aligning with Rick Ross and his father. This shift raises questions about the long-term loyalties within the circle. What sparked this fallout? Reports indicate that 50 Cent harshly criticized Big Meech's parenting, accusing him of encouraging Lil Meech's reckless habits, including alleged substance use. These comments appear to have crossed a line and fueled an already heated situation. As new details emerge, the fracture between these once allied figures continues to deepen. The Flannery father-son duo is reportedly preparing a strategic media response aimed at countering recent fallout. According to emerging reports, they are in talks with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross to potentially develop their own BMF-inspired television series, possibly intended to rival 50 Cent's existing production. The concept marks a bold move, but one that's already attracting skepticism. Many fans and insiders are voicing concern that Big Meech and Lil Meech could be exploited or sidelined during this process, especially when partnering with high-profile figures like Mayweather and Ross, individuals known for prioritizing their own financial gains. Some suggest this new alliance may not serve the Flannery's interests long-term. So what's Big Meech's real strategy in firing back at 50 Cent? First, he's reportedly making moves to block the continued use of his name and story in future episodes of the BMF series. This comes after 50 Cent accused Meech of poor parenting and influencing Lil Meech's reckless behavior, allegations that struck a nerve and escalated the rift. Following those remarks, 50 Cent also hinted at potentially ending the BMF series altogether, which intensified the situation further. In response, Lil Meech allegedly reached out to 50 in an attempt to smooth things over. He reportedly explained that the viral photo of Big Meech alongside Rick Ross wasn't personal. It was strictly tied to business dealings, not betrayal. Lil Meech reportedly explained to 50 Cent that Rick Ross had provided financial assistance to his father during a difficult period, specifically to help with expenses until the next season of their series could begin. In a message, Lil Meech expressed confusion, suggesting that 50 knew him personally and that the online backlash felt out of place. Despite the attempt to clarify, 50 Cent was unmoved. His response was reportedly brief and dismissive, asking what the new season would even look like, implying that Lil Meech's time on the BMF series might be officially over. He followed that with a sarcastic jab, suggesting Lil Meech could soon be appearing on Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, even joking that he would contact Mona Scott to arrange it. The comments didn't stop there. 50 then reignited criticism of Big Meech and Rick Ross by posting an old video allegedly showing Lil Meech alongside Ross's daughter, Toy Roberts. The implication was clear. He was questioning the guidance and mentorship both men were providing to the next generation. These attacks weren't simply about television contracts or viral content. They struck at character and personal choices, escalating the conflict beyond entertainment. Now, with Big Meech reportedly refusing to back down, the feud appears to be deepening. 50 Cent continued pressing the issue, publicly calling out Rick Ross for remaining silent during key moments when, according to him, real leadership was needed. 50 Cent escalated the situation by questioning Rick Ross's role in supporting Big Meech during his incarceration. He pointed out the irony of Ross aligning with Meech now, despite offering no visible support when it mattered most. He criticized the timing of Ross's involvement and asked why Ross hadn't invested in Lil Meech's training or helped guide him during formative years. A particularly sharp comment came in a post that implied Meech had been influenced by flashy associations, rather than those who truly looked out for him. The post accused Ross and others of portraying themselves as kingpins while providing no real structure. The statement concluded that 50 was the one who had offered tangible support when the family needed it most. In fact, 50 reminded the public that he had created real opportunities for the Flannery family, not just social media moments. He claimed credit for helping them generate over $5 million in legitimate earnings through the BMF project. According to him, any financial issues now weren't his responsibility. The message struck a nerve. 50 also alleged that Lil Meech had already burned through his earnings from the show. The public quickly reacted. Some criticized 50 for cutting ties over a single photo with Rick Ross, while others backed his stance, believing that loyalty should have outweighed business optics. Debate intensified online, with many recognizing the years 50 Cent spent building the BMF brand and associating it with credibility and legitimacy. Voices from within the industry also began weighing in, with one notable reaction coming from Boozy. He publicly addressed the situation, expressing disappointment in how Lil Meech responded to the controversy surrounding his father. Boosie believed the tone of Lil Meech's message to 50 Cent was too soft, especially given the public criticism Big Meech had received. According to Boosie, if someone had spoken publicly against his own father, his reaction would have been far more direct and assertive. He emphasized that family honor should always take precedence, no matter the nature of the business relationship involved. That comment sparked renewed debate across social media platforms. 50 Cent did not stay silent. He firmly responded to Boosie's remarks by reaffirming his role in supporting Lil Meech's rise. Sharing a video clip of Boosie's interview, 50 captioned it with a bold statement. "I did more for Meech than anyone in his life. That's why he responded that way." He added that if Lil Meech ever found himself in legal trouble, he'd likely call 50 first, not his father. The situation intensified when 50 revealed more behind-the-scenes details. He claimed actor Russell Hornsby had once observed Lil Meech appearing visibly intoxicated while filming on set. Concerned about the potential fallout, 50 stated that he had to step in immediately to manage the situation, emphasizing the level of responsibility he had assumed during the show's production.
You could have some.
He was able to do it because, like financially, I was supporting the idea, and I believe he could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was.
This revelation added another layer to the ongoing discussion, painting a picture of mentorship, control, and rising tension, all playing out under the public spotlight. According to 50 Cent, Lil Meech began vomiting during a weapons training session and later admitted to having whippets in his vehicle. This detail raised alarms. 50 reportedly said he had to ask what whippets were and was shocked to learn they contained the same substances found in compressed air canisters. A subtle nod to a storyline from his hit series Power, where drug use and reckless behavior often play a major role. Soon after the incident, Lil Meech added fuel to the ongoing tension by posting another cryptic photo on Instagram, which many interpreted as a direct message about the ongoing dispute. One thing is clear: the board is set, the pieces are moving, and loyalties have shifted in unpredictable ways. But there's a complication. Rick Ross may need to rethink his plans for producing a BMF movie. Legal boundaries still apply, and sources confirm that Ross would require 50 Cent's explicit approval to move forward with any official BMF-related film production. That's because despite any conflicts with the Flannery family, those rights remain firmly locked in. G-Unit Film and Television, 50's production powerhouse, continues to push forward aggressively with its own projects related to BMF. A new report from TMZ reveals their next move: a biopic centered on Tammy Cowens, a business figure closely tied to BMF's legacy. The goal is to shine light on the financial and logistical aspects behind the rise of the empire. Insiders close to the matter reaffirm that 50 Cent still holds the exclusive TV and film rights to the BMF story. With fans and industry voices increasingly backing his vision, it's becoming clear that 50 isn't stepping away from the narrative. He's doubling down. Lil Meech is facing heavy criticism for reportedly squandering a rare career-defining opportunity. He was handed one of the most iconic roles in recent memory, one that could have elevated the BMF franchise and taken the storyline into more mature, complex territory. But many now believe that chance is slipping away fast. Recent reports claim Lil Meech exhausted the financial gains from his time on the BMF series within just a few years. Instead of investing in long-term growth or expanding his influence within the entertainment industry, he allegedly focused on a lavish lifestyle. Insiders say millions were spent on designer wardrobes, luxury vehicles, and custom watches. One specific purchase drew particular backlash: an iced-out timepiece reportedly worth $2 million, which Meech showcased proudly across social media platforms. He was also frequently seen wearing exclusive chrome hearts jeans and other high-end fashion items, creating an image centered more on style than substance. Critics argue that this public display of wealth, without financial foresight, reflects deeper concerns. With no diversified investments or sustainable income streams reported, the future of Lil Meech's involvement in the BMF legacy is now in question. Fans and industry observers are watching closely to see if new partnerships might redirect the trajectory, or if the brand itself could suffer from this fallout. In total, sources estimate that Lil Meech spent nearly $5 million, primarily on luxury indulgences, without securing long-term stability. That figure continues to spark concern, especially given the broader implications for the BMF brand's evolution and legacy. Tony Yayo recently commented that Lil Meech had begun exhibiting signs of entitlement. According to Yayo, Meech reportedly spent $100,000 on designer pants shortly after asking fellow artists like Lil Baby to help cover Big Meech's expenses. Just weeks earlier, he had split from Rick Ross and reaffirmed his loyalty to 50 Cent. Now that loyalty appears to have shifted again. Lil Meech is seen standing with individuals long viewed as 50's rivals. The sudden alignment with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather has raised deeper questions about loyalty, timing, and intent. According to emerging reports, Big Meech and Lil Meech are rumored to be partnering with Ross and Mayweather to produce a rival BMF film project. While the concept might seem bold, there's a major legal obstacle. The rights to Big Meech's life story are no longer under his control. That raises complex issues. Would Ross and Mayweather need to renegotiate rights or purchase new licenses? Would they attempt to reshape the BMF narrative in a completely different light? Or is this just a calculated move to disrupt 50 Cent's momentum and legacy? The entertainment industry is watching this conflict closely, not just for the spectacle, but for the consequences. Because in Hollywood, ownership determines impact. No matter how dramatic the headlines, the question remains, who truly controls the narrative? So now it's time to hear from the audience. Was 50 Cent justified in calling out Big Meech for negatively influencing his son? And is this new collaboration with Ross and Mayweather truly about business or something more personal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more exclusive updates. Tap that next video to stay ahead of the curve.